What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or not, depending on where, but I hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it this afternoon to talk more about the markets, talk more about what's going on here. As you guys can see, the markets have made a massive bounce back today. Well, we were bouncing back pretty nicely yesterday, but we had a nice little rally into the nighttime. And I mean, ETH is killing it right now. Bitcoin's killing it. Markets are feeling good right now. I think people are starting to feel a little bit more energetic. The fear and greed the fear and greed index fell out of the extreme fear back into just, I guess you could say, fear. Still fearful, but things are actually starting to recover here. ETFs are obviously kicking off the last couple of days with massive buying out there. I've told you guys before, I'll say it again. ETFs will continue to rule this space. That's just kind of where it's led to now. ETFs seem to be the big deal now. You have institutions that are buying massive amounts. You're going to have a lot of people out here who are going to, involve their 401ks in this kind of stuff. So overall, I think it's just going to actually be good. It's just really good for the markets. And so continue to follow the ETFs. I mean, that's really what it comes down to here. So before we jump into it all, I do want to say what's up to the A-Team. We got some things to discuss here, some things to go over here. I do want to say what's up to Just Maui's in the house here. Jorge, Hozar, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Who else we got in here? Exactly why I'm watching. I'm honestly been thinking about doing some. What are we talking about, dude? The Matrix movie stuff. What are we talking about? Tony Punch, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my guy. Hope all is well with you. Who else we got in the house here? We got, man. I've been trying to move some things around into Cent. Oh yeah, Cent token. Cent's looking phenomenal right now, dude. I'm actually really excited about what Cent's doing. Sell what you can to take profits against your taxes in April. Yeah, we're gonna have a tax. Basically, what's going to come down to here is that we're gonna have roughly a. I think it's going to be like a tax. I guess you could say we have tax harvesting coming up at the end of the year. Here, you're going to see a lot of that. So the markets might look good here in December, but just realize that basically it's going to come back around, and we're going to have we're going to have tax harvesting. So it's going to probably go up here in December and then come back down. So Guy Kemp's in the house here. What's up, buddy? We got Tim Shea. We got Tim Mayer, the mayor of crypto, in the house here. We got Cuckoo in the house. Phil, good to see everyone over on the TikTok side. What's going on? Anyone over on the TikTok? Good to see everyone here. We got Road Dog over there. So let's jump into it. We got some things to cover here. Usually, good to see you on a Wednesday. Yeah, usually I don't stream on Wednesdays, man. I'm coming out of the woodworks today, dude. Wednesdays, A-Team knows I don't stream. But I said I would try to come back in at 1 o'clock. Here I am. And I'm actually excited that I'm coming on today because the markets are doing phenomenal, dude. That's what we want to see. So let's jump into some of the data here. As you guys can see right now, Bitcoin did regain 93,000. It actually regained 93,000 yesterday, but I mean, it actually did really, really well through the night. Ethereum continued to climb, right? 3,000 was where Ethereum was. About 3,025 is where it was last night at the end of stream. Sitting here now about 3,100. ETH is looking really good, 5% up on the 24-hour marker here. XRP kind of, been flat across the board here, sitting at 219, up about 1.64%. Nothing too crazy here. But other things are looking pretty damn good too. Our little baby over here in Hedera still a little bit flat here, trying to regain that 15 marker here. Overall, I think the markets are starting to make a little bit of comeback here. Stock market looking pretty damn good right now. You see Dow jumped 400 points today, 428 points. You got the S&P 500 up just about 20, a little bit flat. And then NASDAQ up about 40 points here. As you guys know, Trump had a major announcement today, and he proposed slashing fuel efficiency standards for passenger cars. I would agree with this, dude. As you guys know, I bought a 2024, back in 2023, I bought a 2024 Chevy Silverado. And there's so much restrictions on that here in Washington that for fuel efficiencies that they will actually shut down your truck if you don't do certain things. It's kind of crazy that they can actually override your system. And if it's not meeting fuel efficiency standards here in Washington, they'll shut down the truck. That's one reason why I don't advise getting diesel if you're in Washington, because it's a diesel truck and they have really massive restrictions on it. So this actually could be a good thing. I mean, I hate it. That's the one thing I hate about my truck is just that alone. I mean, you have some AI in the sky that's going to, shut down your truck when you're driving down the freeway. Like, that's craziness. But good to see that's coming out here. Good to see that we're actually having some major talks here with the rates. I mean, look what happened today, guys. Dow rise 400 points as weak ADP job report spurs rate cuts. As you guys know, this is as good as it gets from a rate cut standpoint. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better here. Obviously, it's never like the greatest news here, but I've been saying on the channel here, this is nothing new if you've been following me for a while, that rate cuts are the biggest thing out there for us. The rate cuts are probably the number one thing, at least for me, as a lot of us do. We want rate cuts. I mean, people need to be able to refinance their houses. People need to be able to finance a house. People need to be able to refinance cars, buy cars. like all that stuff goes back into this. And I think once that actually happens and we get down to like good levels, it's actually going to be very, very positive for the market. So we're seeing this happen right now, real time. This actually just I was just looking at this right now, 89% now, back almost into the 90% marker for rate cuts coming here. This is exactly what you want to see. I mean, this basically fueled. There's no doubt that we're going to have a rate cut coming up here. And honestly, this is actually playing into our favor for having a rate cut in January. Like, I don't see why we couldn't have another rate cut. 4 consecutive rate cuts could actually happen. It very well could, dude. Let's see here. I want more rate cuts to move out of Washington. Yeah, I mean, Washington. You saw us? I don't know if you guys watched. If you guys were watching, good old Bassett here, he was on. I don't know exactly what he was on, but they were talking about how I think the top 10 states right now are that have the most basically the highest rates. Like we're basically have the highest inflation rates is blue states, right? Washington being up there. California's number one. New York is there. Washington's there. So basically, if you live in a blue state, you are going to technically, if you live in a blue state, you're paying higher to live there. That's basically what it comes down to. If you and about four years ago, it actually used to be the red states. Red states were actually the ones that actually had higher inflation, had higher cost of livings. But now that's shifted over the last 4 years. And the data's out there, dude. I mean, I know people wanted to argue it, but he provided the data, and it kind of stunned the person that was questioning him. But we just know that we want rates to come down. We know we want things to be more affordable here, and we're starting to see it. I think these rate cuts are going to come. I'm hoping in January you can see the rate cuts that we have right now are going to go down to 350 basis points or 375 basis points. But the good thing here is you look in January, it's a 64% chance that we stay at this basis points, but this is climbing now, guys. About 27% chance, almost a 30% chance that we're going to have another 25 basis point cut here in January. Realize that March, April, and May we don't have anything here. As you guys know, Jerome Powell retires in May. So June could be a crazy month, dude. I mean, the Q1 and Q2 when we have a new Fed chairperson coming in could be quite the wild ride. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. If you live in a blue state, you're paying more tax to support the freeloader red states. Yeah, I don't know how it works, Guy. I'm not really into that. I just know that I pay a lot more to, I mean, if it's state driven. And I'll be honest with you, dude. Our Washington State, dude, trash, absolute trash. And the reason why I say that is because they can't control their spending. We're like the state has a spending issue here in the state. I mean, it's probably in the biggest deficiency here in Washington ever. Jay Inslee did not leave, Ferguson a really good, and it's just an unfortunate thing. And it goes across the board. I'm not just picking on Washington, but it just sucks because the federal spending is just insane here. And, or the state spending is just crazy. I mean, and it just sucks because a lot of services get hurt on that. And, it just sucks, man. And regardless of that, it is what it is. We have to live with it. Just hope things get better. I absolutely love being part of this community, even though I can't be here all the time. I love all you guys. I appreciate you, Tony Punch. Always positive, man. I appreciate your positivity all the time, dude. Every time you come in here, all you guys are positive, dude. I love you guys. What's up, F Joe? Good to see you, buddy. Then why would you buy? What are we talking about? I love my 2026 Suburban. Why would you buy? I didn't know. Why would I buy it? I didn't know that it did that, dude. That's why if this response is to me buying my Chevy, I didn't know it did that, honestly, until the first time that I didn't put diesel exhaust fuel, and it said you have 200 miles to put diesel exhaust fuel in here, and I was like, okay, all right. And so then I didn't put it in, and it hit zero. Dude, my car they wouldn't let me drive over like 35 miles an hour. So I'm like, dude, what if you're on the freeway going 65? And then all of a sudden, it's like, sorry, you can only go 35. Like, you just pull over to the side of the road, like take back roads home. That's craziness, dude. So I don't know. It's just weird. I don't think you should have that much restriction over someone's vehicle. Do your research. I should have done my research, right? But I was pissed. I told you guys a story. I don't know if I just told you guys the story. Did I tell you the story about how that all happened? Why I went to a Chevy? I used to be a Ford guy. I know this is way off subject here, but talking about this, we're talking about cars. Obviously, you had Chevy and Ford in the White House today talking about what they're going to do here. But long story short, I used to be a big Ford guy. All my businesses, I had a landscape business. I had over 10 vehicles at one point, all Ford vans, Ford trucks, everything, right? Ford. They screwed me, dude. I had 2 lemons come in 2023 where I had like 5,000 miles on both trucks and the transmissions went out. Then they took forever and they were just horrible service, treated me like garbage. I was like, man, I spent so much money with Ford, buying up these vehicles, all this kind of stuff, financing everything, all the down payments. and you guys treat me like shit, like literally treat me like garbage. It was crazy. And to the point where I was like, dude, like these two vehicles I need to like run my business, you've had them for 6 months. Like I should be able to opt in and out of these things. And that's kind of where it's at. And so basically what it came down to for me was I was so pissed off that I just was like, you know what, I'm going to Chevy. So when I sold the company, we had one Ford van left over that I could not sell. It was a brand new van. It was worth like $45,000. I just traded it in straight for the Chevy. I was so pissed off at Ford. Just traded in straight for the Chevy, dude. I didn't even do any research. I just said, we're getting rid of these Fords. I'm buying a Chevy, just because out of being pissed off. And that's how I ended up getting my Chevy. And now I'm pissed off at the Chevy because of the diesel exhaust fuel. But it's not Chevy's fault. It's actually just a Washington requirement on these Chevys. But that's the only annoying thing about it. Everything else is great. So, okay, back to where we're talking about here. So rate cuts are coming in here. But like I've always told you guys, follow the inflows of ETFs here. As you guys know, December 1st, which was Monday, we had a decent inflow, only 8.5 million after the sales of BlackRock. But BlackRock came in heavy yesterday buying a shit ton of ETFs. Let's take a look at these because these are actually pretty wild here. I've said this before. The crypto ETFs are making a comeback. When the ETFs are burning up here, what you gotta think, when the ETFs get burnt up here and they start to get sold, the markets are going to shift, dude. Our markets are fueled off of these ETFs now. Institutional investments are going to run this space. I know people don't want to hear that. Obviously, crypto was created for the people, but unfortunately, most of the people are just holding Bitcoin. They're actually not really out here trying to influence or shift the momentum of crypto. Most of us are just holding to hold. We don't have enough money to shift markets. Unfortunately, that's when we introduce institutions. And we all wanted, a lot of people were against institutions. Everyone's like, why would we want, these banks to come in here and control this? And then a lot of people were for it. And people were saying, well, Bitcoin's not going to get to the levels that we want to get to if we don't have adoption with institutions. So there's a bunch of debates on that, right? Whether institution in crypto is good or whether institution in crypto is bad. That could be debated. But we're here now. It's not going to change anything. We just go with the flow now. But really what it comes down to, crypto funds recorded roughly 1.1 billion in inflows last week, the largest in 7 weeks. This marks a reversal from 4 consecutive weekly withdrawals totaling 4.7 billion. So let's go back and actually look at the charts now. I was looking at this morning. We had 4 consecutive weeks. Okay, well, let's go back and look at our 4 consecutive weeks of Bitcoin and see how that looked. Oh, wow, that's weird. We had 4 consecutive weeks of selling pressure here. And now we finally got back to in the green because what happened? Oh, wow, they came back and they're starting to buy these up. Like this isn't rocket science, guys. Like this is literally just following the wells. Go download Arkham, get on Arkham. When you wake up in the morning, type in Grayscale, type in BlackRock, type in Fidelity, type in all the names that you want to see what's going on, and that will probably give you a good idea of where crypto is going. I mean, it's that simple, dude. I know people make it sound crazy, and they show all these charts, and they make all these indicators and all this bullshit. Dude, I promise you, just get onto Arkham, save your favorite ETF names, and just look at those starting around like 3 to 5 a.m. You'll start to see the money moving around. You'll start to see money getting moved to Coinbase Prime. If you start to see it get moved to Coinbase Prime, markets are probably going to take a shit, at least for crypto. It's like literally that simple. That's the momentum of this. And so if anyone's out there trying to sell you on all this bullshit, trying to sell you on like how to look at charts and all this marketing, dude, literally just wake up and just do what I just told you. Like it's that simple, guys. Okay. You don't got to go pay thousands and thousands of dollars for training courses on how to trade crypto. Just type into Arkham, literally go to Arkham, go, okay, let's go to Arkham. And, let's actually just click on this Intel platform. Let's look at our ETFs here. Obviously, I have my saved ETFs here. You got Strategy, you got BlackRock, Wintermute. Go look at these. Binance, Wintermute, BlackRock. If they're all selling, dude, or moving shit to Prime, get the hell out of there. Right now, they're buying it up. You wake up 10 hours ago. What was 10 hours ago? 10 hours ago was roughly what? It's 4 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. You go, oh, shit, they're selling ETH. Now they're coming back and they're buying. Like it's really easy to watch where this is going, and you can actually see the plus and the minuses over here to see exactly where this is going. So they rule this space right now. I don't care what anyone says. You can't change my mind on this. Right here, BlackRock just moved 40. And this was actually earlier this morning, 10 a.m. They moved 44,140 ETH, roughly 135 into Coinbase Prime, which is what you saw exactly happening right here on Arkham. You go back over here and you can see how much ETH they actually moved. And again, that's actually a negative thing here. But what's crazy is that Ethereum actually went up in price. So that's the simplest thing to do, honestly. You can see right here, XRP surges on massive inflows. XRP pulled in 289 million in 1 week, one of the biggest yet. Overall digital asset ETFs recorded more than 1 billion. Again, these are the next ones. If you haven't bought these yet, these are the next ETFs that are coming in here. I mean, I'm not gonna buy Cardano. I'll tell you that. But like people are already putting stuff in for Zcash, Litecoin, Solana. You got Sui coming in here. These are the ones. Chainlink. If you don't have that, if you don't own these assets, you realize these are the next ETFs to come in here. And when the ETFs hit, unfortunately for XRP, ETFs hit in when we were going through a massive liquidation event. So it didn't get the hype that we all thought it was going to. But I think eventually it's going to build back up here. And that's why Chainlink's actually rising pretty nicely here, because there's noise out there of Chainlink getting multiple ETFs. So when you start to see that, go back and look at that, because the ETFs, like I said, will inject a ton of money back into this space. So that's really, really nice. On top of that, U.S. Treasury just bought back $12.5 billion of their own debt. I talked about this 2 months ago, but now they actually put out the letter on this. And look at that, dude. $12.5 million being injected back into the markets. That's not just crypto, but I mean, as an overall thing, we're seeing this. And it says tomorrow will be much less than today, but it still doesn't matter. Markets are going to be good based off these buybacks. This is actually a very, very positive thing, dude. Vanguard's buying. Yeah, Vanguard, we talked about that. Vanguard's definitely buying. Well, they're not technically buying, but they are opening up an ETF, which again will allow their clients to buy, right? That's what these ETFs are. It just allows people, it's not them purchase. It's not them. It's clients that are allowing them to use their money to then make the purchase, right? So that's what these ETFs are doing here. And it's kind of crazy. You're keeping up with your lives is like keeping up with a toddler. Sorry, dude. My bad. I try, you guys know, Scott, you know, Wednesdays are my days where I don't stream at all, dude. And I've been trying to be more consistent. And I do apologize, man. Yeah, it's called AdBlue here in Australia. All cars are coming out with them. Oh, damn. Bonds inverted. See you in October 2026. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Bye. I think 2020. I think Q1, Q2 are going to probably be good months. But you can see right here, Charles Schwab says it will now offer Bitcoin and Ethereum trading in early 2026. This is huge, dude. I mean, you're talking about another $12 trillion company with $12 trillion in assets. We had Vanguard yesterday, Bank of America saying that we should have roughly 1% to 4% of our retirement into crypto now. Now you're seeing Charles Schwab out here, one of the largest institutions in the world, come out here and basically say they're going to start offering Bitcoin and Ethereum for trading on their platform. This is ginormous, dude. Obviously, I have Charles Schwab. That's where my stocks are, where my Tesla, MicroStrategies, all those things are sitting on Charles Schwab. And so, yeah, I mean, now instead of going and trading on Coinbase, I could go over to Charles Schwab and make my trades over there. So that's kind of a cool thing as well. I got to say that. No apologies, my bro. Family first, always. I know, dude. You know what's crazy? I'll tell you guys want to hear. I'll tell you guys a crazy story, a cool story. But I'll tell you at the end of it. So remind me to tell you guys a story. It's about my daughter. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So the daughter that's really good, they're both really good at soccer, but obviously Lexi exceeds. But I'll tell you guys a story a little bit later. This is good. This is actually really cool. This blew my mind today, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is why it's up here. This is sort of irrelevant to where we're at, but this kind of blew my mind. Is that U.S. rents are now down roughly 1.1% over the last year. That it says the 30th consecutive month with year-over-year decline. Renting a home is cheaper than paying a mortgage in all 50 of the largest metros in the United States. This blew my mind, actually. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, dude. Like, for some reason, I thought rent was like way more than owning a home. But like right now, you can actually see that it's cheaper to rent. And if you guys don't follow Elon, I mean, Elon came out almost 4 or 5 years ago and said that he doesn't buy homes. He just rents homes because there's no reason to buy a home. It's not worth it. You actually save more money if you rent than if you buy. And I'm going, shit, maybe it's time to sell my house. Maybe it's time to sell my house and just move into a big condo. Just go get like a condo, that I can rent out and, so let all the fees and everything just take care of it and just say, screw the house, man. Because at the end of it, how much money goes into a house to just afford everything inside of a house? I was going through it with Fan, and I was just like, I can't believe how much we actually spend to like keep our house, just like heat the house, to the water, the electricity, the Wi-Fi, like you just go down, and then on top of that, you have like just little things that come up here, like that you have to replace, and I mean like the refrigerators, that came with the house, like sucks. The stove sucks. Like you have to replace these things every 4 or 5 years. At least now with the electronics, it used to never be like that. But I feel like now with like all the stuff you have to like, it's like a 5-year window before everything just fails on you. Shower heads, you just name it, dude. I feel like it's just constant. But I'm like, man, maybe it's time just to go freaking sell and just rent, dude. Maybe it's time to, and you know what? And after the great news, maybe I'll just move to Europe, dude. Maybe I'm just going to move to Europe for soccer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move to Europe for European football. Maybe I'll move to like the Netherlands or something like that and take my daughter and she can just do her thing. All right. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. But you can see right here, BlackRock says that the U.S. national debt will accelerate Bitcoin and crypto. I actually agree with this. The U.S. debt is sucks, dude. It's horrible. We all know that. But this is where Bitcoin comes in here, and I think it's actually going to fuel crypto. Crypto, I think, is going to be the hedge against everything that we do here. Um, I'm gay, so I guess it's a perfect way to start ETF. What did Jeff Joe say? It's kind of gay to start the ETF at the end of the cycle. Oh, I'm gay. It's a perfect way to start the ETFs. I get what you're saying now. Oh gosh, the home repair and upkeep kill, especially with tariffs. Yeah, and on top of that, I obviously, you have to pay for landscaping, and or you can do it yourself. And my dad does it, so I can't complain about that. But it's just like there's just so many things, dude. Manufacturer, yeah, I can't call the maintenance when something breaks. I'm still renting. Oh yeah, dude. So you're saying you can't call the maintenance when something breaks? Oh, like they don't have maintenance for you? I've got my upgrades through insurance claims. That's the way to do it, dude. I'm what you call a jack of all trades. I can just do about anything in the house needs. Oh damn. So that's the thing, is it like that's the thing is I'm a jack of all trades too, but like I don't have the time. Like Fan always like, makes fun of me, dude. Like she's like, can you fix that? I'm like, yeah, I can, but like I don't have 3 hours to do it. Like I have to go be an Uber driver for my kids. That's basically, I'm a professional. That's what everyone asks me. Like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, I'm a professional chauffeur, dude. Like, that's what I do. I chauffeur my kids around all day long. I take them to school. I pick them up from school. I take them to practice, stay there, wait for them, take them home from practice, anything, dude. Like, I'm a professional chauffeur. That's what my life has come to. So like, yeah, I could do a lot of things, but I don't have freaking time. So it's like, so she makes fun of me. She's like, oh, you could do that. I'm like, yeah, I can. I just don't have the freaking time, man. I need more time in my day. So right here, this is really actually good news. Bitcoin is closer to the bottom than to the top. This is actually really good right here. You go back and look at these runs right here. And I like this chart right here. Let me hide the comments here real quick. Hold on. You can see right here. I love charts like this, dude. You guys know me. I like looking at previous history versus history today. And this is what I love, because you go back and look at where like the bear markets are. And this is where I think that we could potentially be in, where we could actually go down a little bit further. You go look at these previous runs here, and the only one was back in 2020, 2021 right here, where we hit a little high, and then we came down and we hit this next level here, got into the green area, which is basically bearish. And then we start to rally back out of it. And I'm hoping that we have that trend a couple times now where we've done that. This is the closest one back at the same time frame where we actually see this bounce back out, right? We hit the bottom, came back up, hit a little low here again, and then came back up. And this is in 2021, and then now we went down here. So I'm hoping that this little red area here this like little where the arrow's at, it's a little bit green. And I'm hoping that we're like kind of in this trend right here going into the next year. And then we'll be able to rally back out of it in Q1, Q2. That's if everything shifts. So we'll see how that works out. The home repair, the upkeep. I know I've had this house for 31 years. Damn, bro, that's crazy. 31 years is awesome, dude. Remember back when you used to fix things and we had stores like Radio Shack? Dude, I love Radio Shack, by the way. I loved Radio Shack, dude. I'd go down there all the time, dude. When Radio Shack came to my hometown, and again, I lived in a small town, and Radio Shack showed up, I was like, dude, this is amazing. I only had $872 a month. My sister's rent was $1,850. We bought a 3-bedroom full. Damn, dude, that's crazy. And I can't really complain. Like I said, I mean, we got super lucky. We got super lucky with the house. That's what's hard, is that I got super lucky with the house that we're in right now. We live on an acre, live on a little over an acre, almost an acre and a half. It's a decent sized house. And I got a really, really good rate. So I can't complain a whole lot, dude. Like I know I complain about these things, but like in all reality, I mean, this house right now in any other market, any other place would probably be roughly a $7,000 to $8,000 a month home. But we're paying $3,000 a month, and it's not that bad. So I complain a little bit, but which is still $3,000 is a lot of money. But it is it's almost a 5,000 square foot home. Living on an acre and a half in Washington, right outside of a big city. And, you couldn't ask for more. And we got a really, really good deal. I mean, we bought this house for $674,950. I remember that number and it was like a really, really good deal right out of COVID, dude. Markets were down. People were trying to sell homes. It was almost like foreclosures, dude. They were like, we need to get these off the market. We need to get these houses. And we came in, we built the house, and it just worked out really, really nicely. So I can't complain, dude. I know I sound like I'm complaining, but it's actually, it's really good to be in a house that is got a good deal on. Alphase, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. It's all good. Sorry. What does she do for work, dude? She does YouTube, bro. Yeah, Fan does YouTube, bro. She's got almost 3 million subscribers. Yeah, Fan. That's what Fan does, man. She has her own YouTube channel. I mean, she's. Dude. I'm just here for the ride, dude. She's the moneymaker in the family, bro. She's carrying me, dude. I'm just like she's like my sugar mama, dude. I'll admit it, 100%, man. She's the one that I have no shame in that game, dude. You know what I mean? I worked hard for like 9 years, and she didn't work at all. Taking care of the kids and taking care of all that kind of stuff, hardest work ever, right? And then she ended up doing YouTube, and she did really, really well with it. Still doing really, really well with it. And I kind of, she kind of, like I said, I've always told everyone she kind of retired me, dude, in a way. And and then now it's just, we just do investments and things like that. And yeah, I'm 100% honest with you guys about that kind of stuff. I'm not going to shy away from that stuff. Like, you know, um, yeah, 3 million. Yeah, she's killing it, bro. Yeah, she does her own thing, man. Yeah, but she allows me to do whatever I need to do, dude. You're her boy toy, Hell yeah, we need your dad on your channel. I know, dude. I need my dad to get back on here. I would agree with you on that. What is her YouTube? It's just ASMR fan, dude. ASMR fan is her YouTube channel, dude. Yeah, ASMR fan, dude. She does ASMR eating videos, dude. She kills it. She kills it, dude. F Joe, funny you mentioned Radio Shack. Radio Shack was great. I could tell Fan was the brains of the outfit. Yeah, she's just calm and collected. She's like she's just calm and collected, right? I'm the social butterfly. I'm the one that's out there talking with everyone, And then except in soccer, I don't talk to anyone in soccer. When it comes to my kids playing, I can't talk to anyone. Like when the game's going and we're out there doing stuff, like don't talk to me. I will not talk to you. I'm like 100% focused on my kids. Like I won't talk to anyone. But outside of that, like I'm the social butterfly. She's not. She's just like she cooks amazing food. She cooks every night, every day. I couldn't be more appreciative of it. Like honestly. And she's Asian, so she's like, one thing you have to realize about Asians, dude, is like they are like really adamant about taking care of like their loved ones when it comes to food, dude. Like that's the one thing. It's her like love language too. So it makes it nice, dude. It makes it super nice. But what I'm saying here in this chart here, I know I'm like going off on a tangent today, guys. Sorry, dude. We're on one for a Wednesday, but I think it's because I'm just in a really, really good mood today. I don't know why. I think it's because the charts are doing good. It's nice to wake up and sort of see things, it's just a good feeling today. I'm here because you're a good, honest man and you're not a war guy. Dude, I hate wars. Even the Venezuela thing, dude. Even Venezuela. Like, I get that guy's a dictator. I get that he's probably a horrible person. Like, do not put boots on the ground. I don't care what you do. Just don't kill people that don't deserve to be killed. That sounds really bad. I don't think you should take... I mean... If people are really, really bad, yeah, you should do it. But I mean, like, I don't think that like innocent people should not lose their lives over rich people's games. I just hate that, dude. I hate it. It's not worth it, man. Life's too short, and it just a lot of people deserve chances to live their lives and not be bogged down, dude. But that's a whole nother topic, whole nother story, dude. Fan throw sandals. She did it to me at the mall. That's all wars is, but I know I don't like it, dude. I just don't like. Because what happens is innocent people die, and I don't like it. It makes my stomach hurt. Makes me sad, dude, for sure. But yeah, so I think that we're actually in a really good position here. There could actually be. I'm hoping that we follow with what we see right here, dude. Over in 2021 here. I hope that's where we actually go, and then we hit to all-time highs here. But really, technically, we're actually close. Like I said, it's closer to the downturn than we are the upturn, which is kind of positive here. Here's a nice little chart here. As you guys know, this is actually the altcoin BTC pairing, where altcoins actually outperform things when QT ends. The next few months could get very interesting. So this is the previous one here in 2017 through 2019. Look at this, dude. Quantitative period. It came down. QT was lifted. We rallied. Now we're coming down here from 2022 to 2025, which is 3 years of quantitative tightening. It's been lifted, and now we're starting to see and hopefully we see the rise, right? Hopefully we see the rise here. So again, set aside what everyone's telling you out there and just look at the math, look at the data that's out here. I'm not saying that 100% of history is going to repeat itself, but I'm going to say that and it might not get back up to these levels of what we're seeing right here, but it's definitely going to rally back up at some point. Like I truly believe that without a question, dude. I'm living on love. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, my family, one thing, guy, one thing I know you'll be appreciative of it. My family, like I grew up with, I grew up on a farm, dude, self-sustaining. Like dude, my mom and them, they were hippies, bro. Like, I mean, like what it comes down to is like, that's what it was all about: family love, all about, all that stuff, dude, and self-sustaining. Like, and that's what we grew up on, dude. It was all about peace, all about love, all about that kind of stuff, dude. Like, yes, you could say I grew up with a house full of hippies. It's true, dude. I did. I'm cool with that. I don't care. It teaches you a lot of good things, man. A lot of good morals. That's what it comes down to for me. So, it's all about the, just being moral. I wish I could protect them all. That's one thing I wish I could do myself, is protect all the innocent. It's horrible, the things you can realize what's really happening. I know, dude. That's why you got to stay off X, dude. That shit will make you sick. Don't go on X and watch that stuff. That stuff will mess you up. This actually blew my mind right now, dude. Interest costs on U.S. debt are now equal to 24 cents of every $1 in government tax revenue. That is nuts, dude. So basically, every dollar that we generate, 24 cents is going to the government here. So the interest rate expense as percent of collected taxes has nearly doubled over the last 4 years. This comes at interest expenditures reaching 1.24 trillion. So October alone saw roughly 104.4 billion in gross interest. That's crazy to me, dude. That's just crazy. The government needs lower interest rates more than anyone in the world right now because of this. As you can see, the levels are rising here exponentially. And so who needs these rate cuts more than we do? It's the government, dude. We talked about this, dude. The government doesn't want to pay on their national debt with just being able to cover the interest, right? So it's almost like overspending on your credit card, and then let's just say that you put $100,000 on a credit card, and the payments on them alone, just the interest payments on them alone, are $20,000. So that means that you're going to go pay $20,000, but the next month you still have $100,000 on there. And then you have to make $20,000, and it's $100,000 still on there, right? So you're never paying the principal; you're only paying the interest, and that's kind of what's been happening, and that's what's been snowballing. And you can see that this is actually getting worse and worse and worse since 2020. I mean, obviously, even through the pandemic, right here, right? 2021 was kind of the catalyst that started this whole thing. Obviously, the pandemic, the out of control spending, we saw all that, like we're seeing it. But now it's like, how do you curb that, and how do you get back on track? And the answer is, I don't know if they know how to do it. I don't know if they know what to do for it. Like I said, Bitcoin and crypto could be the hedge for this. That's kind of what a lot of people are talking about here, is that could be the hedge for most of this, dude. Let's see here. Hippies are a good vibe. Oh yeah, dude. I wish that's like the gypsies, like the gypsies and all those kind of things. You're like, I'm totally down with that kind of stuff, dude. I don't know if you guys watch like Peaky Blinders. I'm up with that. I wish I would figure out off the grid life before now being stuck, but still have some tech. Yeah, my father, my stepdad, who I'm really, really close with, he lives out on the farm still in Yelm. I mean, like, I love it out there, dude. It's a great little place. It's out there. It's perfect, dude. What's up, Brody? Good to see you, buddy. On Wednesday, I know. And the dollar has an average inflation of 2.63. Isn't that crazy, dude? I'm back. Sorry. No, it's all good. It's all good, Oza. Tim Shea. Yeah, I'm a hippie. I had a shaved head, bald for more than 40 years, but I had blonde hair down to my ass in college. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. So I actually have pretty, like, when I was a kid, they call you a towhead because I had really, really blonde hair as a kid, all the way up until, I'm still kind of blonde. It's not as blonde. In the summertime, if I'm like in Southern California, my hair will be pretty blonde. It's kind of crazy. Like when the times change, like my hair turns pretty blonde. But yeah, I grew my hair out during COVID. It was down to like past my shoulders, dude. So funny, dude. Like having long hair, man. Crazy. Austin, do you get to eat all the food on her? Yeah. She shares it with all, dude. She'll make food, dude, and she'll share. I mean, like I don't eat the fast food stuff. Like she'll do some like trends and stuff like that. But yeah, all her stuff, like we'll go to the store, dude, and we'll make a list of like things to buy. And most of it's all for her videos, dude. So like, it's kind of great when you think about it, because she makes it for her videos, and then like we all eat it as well, and then you have leftover stuff like that too. But that's kind of what it's all for, dude. It's actually been really, really nice. So also right here you can see this. Good old World Liberty Finance will launch its RWA product in January 26th. I'm really interested to see how this will play out. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. World Liberty Finance has been obviously a big letdown for a lot of people here. I know some people are still buying it. But what is this going to entail in terms of an RWA product? I don't know what that means. I mean, you're again, RWA is like, you're going to turn, what is he going to start turning like Trump like his Trump hotels into RWAs? Like, Is it going to be backed by stable? Like, what are they planning to do here? So it'll be very, very interesting to see how this plays out. But I mean, since World Liberty Finance came out, hasn't really done as much as people thought. It got a lot of criticism here. But this will be interesting to see here. January 2026, here we come again. Anything that's backed by Trump going into an economy standpoint, obviously you want it to do well. I mean, this is what's going to happen here. He's going to make sure it does well. Just tapping in on my breaks. I didn't love. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate that a ton, dude. Austin. Yeah, I just read that. So yeah, kind of crazy when you think about it like that. I put this chart up here. I just want to continue to put this up here because I think it's actually such a good chart, dude. This is a model out here that tells you like where we've hit previous times. I've looked at this again today, and dude, we're so set up to be able to break out of this where we're at right now. I mean, it's crazy that we only got here to basically the premium level. We never got to the elevated. Every single time we get to the elevated area and even into the rare air area, every single bull run. And so to sit there and say that we reached a bull run and didn't hit these is concerning to me. Like, that's why I'm like super bullish. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, buddy. That's why I'm like super bullish about what's going on here, because I just don't see us not doing that. Like, I just don't see us not hitting that level. And even if you just look at where we're at right now, this is what's great about this, is even if you look at like December 1st, which is this when this came out here, but you look over the 3-month, over the 5-year chart, even in the 5-year chart, even if we go down over here into the little gray area that you see right here, in 5 years, they're basically saying at the low of that cycle right there, Bitcoin's going to be worth $246,000 for that Bitcoin. Even at the lowest point of that cycle, it's going to be worth 246 based off the growth cycle of Bitcoin. And when you think about that, 5 years from now, that puts us at roughly 2031. At the low end, that puts us at 250. At the high end, it's going to roughly put us at almost 770K based off this trending cycle, which some people would say that this is actually very conservative. Like, this is a very, very conservative chart. So for me personally, like, I think that this is like where Bitcoin is at a level right now where if you haven't entered into Bitcoin, like, what are you doing? If you're in crypto or new to crypto and you haven't purchased Bitcoin, like, what are you doing? Like, it's crazy to me that people still have entered crypto and they haven't bought Bitcoin. Like, that's wild to me. I mean, Bitcoin's my largest bag by far. It's not even close. And it's still even outperforming a lot of things out here. XRP is actually performing at a decent level. Obviously almost 10x my Bitcoin or my XRP, but I mean, there's still more money in Bitcoin. So yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, the Bitcoin model here is just showing you that the growth of this on average, I mean, at the weakest level here in 5 years, you're gonna be at 250. So right now you're sitting at roughly 80,000, 90, let's just say it's 90,000 today. I mean, in 5 years, you get almost 4 or 5x your investment on a conservative level. That's at the bottom of the bear. You're conservative. You're making it at 246. I mean, that's a wild thing to think. And that, again, I mean, imagine if in 5 years right now, your Bitcoin was worth 533K per Bitcoin. And I mean, that's a crazy thing to think of in 5 years. No other product out there would return like that. The NASDAQ will never give you a return like that. The S&P 500, it's not built to do that. This is the time, dude. Like, this is your Google. This is your Apple. This is like, the Microsofts of the world back in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, and then people are just still so oblivious to that. It blows my mind, dude. Looks like Cent will raise over 2.5 million when XCL raises 1 million. XCL raised about 850,000, I think. What do you think will be the high rise? Sentinel's doing phenomenal, by the way. So shout out to XCL and Sentinel. I mean, like, this thing is doing crazy numbers right here, right? I mean, it's at 1.1, almost to 1.2 million raised. 21 days left. Dude, I'm so excited about what's going on with this thing, dude. I couldn't tell you, man. Like I said, I get excited about projects. XCL I was pretty excited about, but for some reason, dude, Cent's got me on a whole nother level with what they plan on doing, dude. Like, and with what they already are doing. So, I mean, something that's already generating, already performing, and it's already out there doing its thing. Like, that's phenomenal stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get that with projects. You don't get projects that launch and actually have some use case at all. Never. Name one project that actually had use case right out the gate. Even Ethereum didn't have a use case right out the gate when it first started, dude. Appreciate you a ton. YouTube product. Appreciate you being here, man. Hopefully the government won't make us turn into a sell our BTC gold. I know, dude. That would be, yeah, let's not do that. What is BTC? I know, dude. He mentioned the Kill Switch Fast and Furious actor who died. It was controlled. You talking about what's the name? Just another ETH of Cent. Oh yeah. Oh, you just bought? Oh damn. All right, Jolin. All right. I don't bother mentioning crypto around anyone. I don't know anyone in real life who's in it. Oh really? Damn, dude. I only have a few people in my inner circle that are like actually dedicated to it. Not a whole lot, dude. The Swarm in 2 days. I know. Not another pre-sale. Hey, dude, these things are out there, bro. Yeah, these things are out there. I know people don't like them, but dude, XCL 35x, dude. XCL was a 35x pre-sale. You know how hard that is to get a 35x pre-sale? It doesn't happen, dude. And that just means that the people behind XCL actually know what the hell they're doing. That's how I look at it. So, I mean, it doesn't happen, but to see this is really, really good. I'm happy to see XL or sorry, Sentinel continue to prosper like that. BTC is firming up after potentially putting in a bottom at the true market means of 81K. So a lot of people are down here believing that 81.5K is a true price here. It says the bottoms take time, but I'm watching for 95K and a short-term hold cost of 104K as the next level. As you guys know, 104K right now is the short-term holder cost basis, meaning that most people bought 99% of the people that bought crypto back 155 days ago bought it at 104K, and they're all underwater. That's basically what this means. And so to get back to 104 is the short-term holder cost basis. So how many people are actually going to sell their position when it gets to 104 and break even, or are they going to continue to hold through it and continue to ride it up? It's a good question. I don't know, but people will sell, people will hold. But it's crazy to see that the vaulted price of 157. I mean, this actually has a good chance of hitting these levels coming here roughly in Q1 or Q2 of this year. I know people don't want to hear that, but I think it is. If we make 7 to 8K a day in performance on Cent, all of XCL will be burned in about a month or so. You got to think Ozaxer, I'm just going to call you Oz. You got to realize that there's still going to be people buying and selling. So to buy up that, you couldn't buy up that liquidity pool because there are always going to be buys and sells. People are always going to buy, always going to sell. So to buy up all that whole liquidity pool would be impossible. And even if you bought up that liquidity pool, you got to realize that just makes the funds of which you're holding even more valuable, right? So that's the crazy part about it. You'll never be able to sell all of the liquidity because you got to realize each time that liquidity gets smaller and smaller and smaller, it becomes more and more and more. And so you can't actually buy the whole liquidity pool because the buying and the selling of it, like everyone have to stop selling, but it's not going to happen. I might lose huge for a while, but when it turns around, yeah, it's going to look good, dude. It's crazy, like waking up and seeing how much like you're down. Like I'm up in the green. Like, what's crazy is like you wake up and you see that you're in the green overall, but it still sucks waking up and like seeing your portfolio down. Like you wake up and it's like, you're getting obliterated today, and it's like, oh, that's great. That's nice to see. Even though you're still in the green. But it's like the woulda, coulda, shoulda. You could have had more, dude. The Cent liquidity is going to be locked. Yeah. I think that it's. I mean, why would it not? I don't think it does. Does it actually say that on Sentinel? I think it says it's going to be 100% locked, right? Only tokens purchased during pre-sale will be in circulating supply. Transparent token allocation. No team tokens. No vesting. Renounced contract. Liquidity will be locked forever. Yeah. Liquidity on this will be locked forever. No team tokens, no vesting periods, renounced contract, transparent token allocations, verified on chain. Only tokens purchased during pre-sale will be circulating supply. All remaining tokens will be burned prior to launch. This is the same setup as XCL, dude. But this is what's going to fuel XCL. You see to take liquidity from exchanges and institution without apology and reward the holders of Cent and XCL. That's all this is. This is basically just imagine this like jet fuel for the plane, dude. That's basically what they've are creating here with Sentinel. This thing's going to go out. It's going to basically be a bot that goes out and tries to pull liquidity from exchanges and institutions and provide it back in rewards to Cent and XCL holders. Like that is badass, and it's already doing it. And now it's just going to hopefully get bigger, stronger. And next thing you know, who knows how much is going to be coming in? I don't know, but you never know, dude. It could be crazy. Let's hope that the Cent holders don't sell off like they did with XCL and self rug pull it. You can't really self rug pull because I think that even if you say it's like a slow rug, right? I mean, and you can let people do whatever they want. People are going to continue to do whatever they want. And there's nothing you can do to change that. Like they're here to buy and sell, trade, all that kind of stuff. But like XCL is still doing phenomenal, dude. It's still up at 300% from launch. It's sitting at 0.003, or sorry, it's up 200% from launch. It's down here right now. But the thing is, you got to think this is based off of a use case of them actually using the protocol. And I think once you start to use the protocol, once the burns start to come in here, this price is going to start to go up here. And the good part is that most people that are holding XCL right now are like legitimate holders. Like they're people that actually want to see the project succeed. And you can see right now, the holder count's over 3,000 holders, which is phenomenal, dude. I just realized that. Holy crap. 3,000 holders on XCL. That's awesome, dude. You know how many projects would love to have 3,000 holders and only be 2 months old? I mean, so many people would love that. Liquidity is still strong. Market cap's still strong. I mean, I'm not sweating this at all, dude. I think Sentinel is I think Sentinel is great. Like I told you guys, I'm telling everyone to jump in on Sentinel on my side. I have sent through MetaMask. Do I need to transfer to coin? No, I don't think you need to, dude. Austin, the price on Pure Wallet seems to have stopped going. I know I saw that yesterday, dude. I don't know what they got going on there. I got to probably talk to Andrew, see what he's got going on, dude. XCL is a mothership. Yeah, you saw that video that came out, right? That video that was out here. I think I put it on last night, dude. Will XCL go up in tangent with Cent? I think it's going to. I mean, you're going to have burns, bro. So, like, you can see right here, already $15,490 will go to XCL burns. That means they're going to buy XCL tokens because, again, there's only a certain amount of tokens in circulation. There's no team tokens. There's no nothing. Like, only the tokens that are out there are the tokens that were purchased. And so if you're going out and you're buying up $15,490 dollars of XCL, and that's just for 1 month, and it's not even over yet. I don't even know where this is going to go. You're going to go buy this up, dude, and it's just going to be burned. It's basically burned forever. It's just basically a holder holding on to whatever the amount is forever, and it's never going to be sold. It's going to build a floor, and like that's kind of where these burns are. If they're true actual burns, that's the right way to do it. All the other bullshit burns that they're talking about when it comes to like, oh, we're going to burn. Those are all fake tokens. They were never minted tokens. They were just basically in a contract that people went and sold. This is like actual true burn. So burning $25,817 of Sentinel, that's a crazy number, right? And that's just where we still have 21 days here, dude. Like, I don't even know where this number is going to go. I don't even know where this number is going to go, dude. What if it's 50? What if it's 100,000 before this pre-sale is over? That means $100,000 of Sentinel is going to get burned on the open market, dude. I mean, they're going to go buy the liquidity pool and lock it away forever. Like that's going to create a $100,000 floor that like it's going to sit there because someone holds that. You know what I mean? That's a crazy thing. So I kind of like that. I like this, dude. Acceler tapped into a whole new way of distributing contracts and doing this. We saw that with Acceler, dude. They did really well. However the hell they did it, they did really well with it, dude. So like I'm all for it, dude. Cent will follow XCL in recovery, being burned 50% versus 30%. So I think XCL will pump nicely when Cent. I think so too, dude. I wouldn't be in it if I didn't think like a project like this actually had a good shot. Is Cent generating rewards right now, even before the launch? Yeah, it's generating rewards right now. This Sentinel or Sentinels or this bot that's out there, it's already active. This has already been deployed on exchanges, or you can see the performance, the daily performance, right? They have one core, meaning that one Sentinel is out here, right? 4 core means 4 of them. So they have multiple bots or whatever they got going on here to go do whatever they're doing. At least that's my interpretation of all this. So, and right now, my rewards right now is $183.82 since I bought in on this. So, yeah, I've only got Coinbase. How do I get into the pre-sale? You gotta actually move playing Jenga with Ponzi's. It could be Jenga. You never know, dude. I mean, but they said the same thing about all the other ones, dude. That's what crypto's about. I mean, everyone knows coming in here, that's what it is. How do you burn an unlaunched token? They haven't burned it yet, dude. Just tuned in, probably missed it. They haven't. They're going. I think it's at the end of pre-sale. They say right here it's going to be at the end of pre-sale. This will all be claimed. This will all be done after the pre-sale ends. So yeah, they're not burning. You can't burn a token that's not created, right? What did it say? How do you get into it? Yeah, you got to create a decentralized wallet, dude. Like download SafePal, move Ethereum over to SafePal, and then you can actually go in and buy the token. You can't buy it from Coinbase. You can't do any of that. It's not attached to a centralized exchange, dude. Like you have to move ETH from a centralized exchange into a non-custodial wallet like SafePal, MetaMask, any of those. I'd advise not to do Coinbase wallet. Base wallet is ass. I would stick to a SafePal pure wallet and or a MetaMask. Those are your best ones. Is this a trading bot producing yield kind of thing? Yeah, but I think that's basically what it is. Their whole goal here, dude, is to like I said, it says right here, to take liquidity from exchanges and institutions without apology and reward the holders of Cent and XCL. So it says Sentinel will deploy. It says the Sentinel contracts deployed and activated, the auto burns and airdrop reward engine engaged. It says AI logic scales and adapts global liquidity environments. So really, the whole goal here is it's going to constantly monitor trading activity across major blockchains and exchanges, detecting movement, volume spikes, and inefficiencies. The Sentinel system operates autonomously. Each phase builds on the last, creating self-sustaining ecosystems driven by code, not promise. When it identifies opportunity, it acts instantly. It provides liquidity, executes the trades and arbitrages across centralized and decentralized exchanges, capturing gains. It says all gains automatically flow back to the Sentinel protocol. 50% to Cent for buyback and burns, 30% to XCL for buyback and burns, and 20% airdropped in ETH to Cent holders. No human touch it. The system is sealed. As Sentinel scales across blockchains, it grows stronger. So basically, this is a self-autonomous. Like I think they use a pretty good word on what it is. It says it's not a company. It's a living decentralized AI network, a self-moving market organism that never sleeps, never asks, never stops. So it's basically just a set it and forget it kind of thing, dude. BitConnect. I don't know. I don't know what BitConnect is, dude. I never dealt with BitConnect here. The thing with oh, dude, I do know. Yeah, the thing is with BitConnect, bro. The thing with BitConnect, if you, yeah, there's so many of these things out here, right? With even like BitConnect, for instance, was, as you guys know, it was people think it was a Ponzi scheme here, but you got to think what they were doing. They were promising high promised returns. And they were actually talking about other things here, but really the whole goal here, there was a lending program. It was all about staking and that kind of stuff, dude. Like I don't think this has anything to do with that. This has everything to do with them going out here and running a bot and then taking that and moving it back over like in rewards. That's how I look at it, dude. So I don't think it's anything like BitConnect, bro. Yeah, BitConnect was a totally different thing, dude. And then, again, they were a $2.4 billion company, and they promised massive returns. It's like Celsius, dude. Like Celsius, all those guys, dude. FTX, like those were like crazy numbers that they were trying to put out there. I'm impressed with XCL and Cent team. They have delivered on everything they have promised. Last video was all. Yeah, last video was pretty good, dude. It's better than that Snorter coin turned out to be a shit coin. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what these things are. A lot of these things are just bullshit, dude. At least XCL came out and delivered a protocol. You know what I mean? XCL's out here actually delivered a protocol. So people can talk shit. Like people can get all upset about it at the end of the day. But at least the project came out and delivered a protocol that's actually working. Now it's just getting people to use it, dude. People were mad when I stole liquidity from XCL. Dude, you're just a trader, F Joe. Like, you're out there trading it, dude. I don't think people are going to get mad because people buy and sell and things like that. Why not keep the bot for yourself? That's a good question, dude. I don't know. Someone brought that up. That's a good question, Kev. The only thing I can come up with, Kev, on this is that I'll give you a reason why. And again, they haven't really said anything about this, but I mean, we were talking about it in a space. I was in a space with a couple of the other community members here. And if you go back and you actually look at Acceler here, Acceler is driven off of a protocol here, right? And the only way that this protocol is going to be successful is if you push money through the protocol. Like, it's simple as that. There's nothing around that, dude. That's my biggest issue with Acceler is that no one's using it because, number one, the fees are a little too high. And number two, it's just not popular. And number two, like no one's pushing any fees through it. No one's using it. And so until people actually start to use it, maybe it'll get some, notoriety. It'll get people actually start to use it. And so it's good that the team actually recognized that. And they were, this is my hypothesis. And they recognized it and they were like, you know what, dude, like, and they basically came out and said the same thing here. That's basically what they said here is that they're going to force feed the protocol. Everything that's generated through here is going to go straight through the Fox formula before it's distributed to everyone. So that's where this comes in with Acceler is that, and why it works with Acceler is that anything that's created through this bot gets pushed through the Fox formula and then it's distributed. So all the fees and everything that's generated for the relayers and everything like that on the Acceler side. So if you're a relayer, you'll get rewarded for that. So like that's where I kind of piece it together. And I'm on board with that, dude. Like, hey, at least you found an issue and now you're trying to solve it. And people are, hey, you want to take part in it? Here you go. I might throw a little change into it. All right. A little change in. I mean, Acceler, people were dogging Acceler, bro. And when was the last time you were able to jump into a 35x on Ethereum, dude? An Ethereum-based crypto that went 35x and is still here, still up, 300%. Like, that's crazy, dude. Sonar was advertised and it turned out to be BS. Yeah, and we're talking about right now. There's a lot of pre-sales out there, right? Docs teams, they have all the audits in the world. They're out here, pushing these projects. They got all these things of how great they are. They're certified by this, and they come out and they do ass, dude. They do horrible. It's a little sus. Bet worth a punt, I suppose. Yeah, but the thing behind Exceller is that there's no team. We don't know who the hell they are. They're not KYC. There's no audits. There's no nothing, dude. and they came out and actually delivered everything that they said they were going to deliver on. And now they said, you know what, we have found some deficiencies, and now we're going to deliver some other stuff to fill up those deficiencies. And I was like, dude, that's exactly how it should be. So we'll see what they do. Yeah, we'll see what they'll be able to do. I have no idea what's going to happen here, right? It's a pre-sale. It's a newly launched project. It's going to go through its ups and downs. People are going to hate it. People are going to love it. People are going to dog it. People are going to be excited about it. You're going to go through the whole emotional roller coaster. That's how crypto is. But dude, I was like, you know what, dude, I'm here for it, dude. I dogged XCL. Yeah, you did. You did dog it, but you made a shit ton of money from it, bro. You dogged it, but you made a ton of money from it. If they were smart, they would feed all the pre-sales through the protocols. That's what they're doing, dude. It says it out here. They are doing that. It says right here that I thought I read that. Where did I read that at? Yeah, right here. 100% of the rewards generated by Sentinel will be processed through the Fox formula for relayer rewards. So 100% of it's going to go through the relayer process. So like, yeah, I dogged it, but I had to get in. I got it, Marty. All right, dude. I'm glad you're in a good mood. We need that positivity. Hell yeah, dude. It's good to be in a good mood, man. It's never fun to be down, dude. I'll be trading it. I know FJO will be trading it, dude. He'll dog it. He'll talk some shit about it, but I know FJO is going to be in there in the trenches, making his money, dude. Some of these things can be money makers, man. And I think that I think the money in this space, dude. We saw it, dude. We literally just saw it with these exchanges. The extent will 35x like XCL. I think if the community wants it to, it will. The reason why XCL 35x is because the community allowed it to 35x. So Cent will go just as far as XCL if the community wants it to go that far. I've said it before, dude. Like, it only goes as far as the community allows it to. It's as simple as that, dude. Anything other than that, it won't. I mean, if the community thinks it's gonna, if the community wants it to be pushed to that level, it'll get pushed to that level. If it doesn't get to that level, then that's what the community decided, right? It's almost like, the tribe what is it like the the tribe has decided, like, survival. That's kind of what crypto is. Crypto's survival, dude. Literally, it's a TV show survival. That's what crypto is. The tribe has spoken. If they want this to succeed, it will succeed. I just seen these things before where they need another system to supplement the first, then you end up with a third to supplement the second. Yeah, but the reason why I like this one, I'm going to be 100%, is because it actually, you're going out there and you create a system that arbitrages, it arbitrages the centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. You're basically going out there and you're attacking the market makers, and you're trying to make a profit off of that. And we know in this space, dude, like, literally with the leveraging that's going on, like, just take a look at what's going on in the markets, right? Why are we having such fluctuations in the markets? It's because of the leveraging and the longs and the shorts out there. The crazy thing is that the people that are losing are people like you and I that are out there just clicking our button. We're out here on BTCC going, buy, sell, buy, sell. Dude, there's AI bots out here that are, literally deployed on these systems now. And I've been saying that the AI bots are the reasons why this trading is going the way it is, because they can detect these things in instants. You know what I mean? Where it takes us 5 minutes to get a trade going. And they probably already did 1,000 trades of making, 3 cents here, 2 cents there, 5 cents here. And next thing you know, you're pulling in a couple $1,000. Like, we'll have to see it go to work. But I mean, like, that's what got me excited. I was like, dude, imagine like a project that's actually going to do that. And if they can actually do that, they can deliver on some of this stuff. Imagine if like Wintermute took imagine if like Wintermute and these market makers and all these people out there that were out there botting the system and liquidating the markets and taking profits. Imagine if they actually put that money back into a project, what that would actually do. It would be crazy, dude. The tribe has spoken. Yeah. Thoughts on DXRP? I don't know. You know what? I made a video on DXRP, but I don't know a whole lot about what they're going to plan on doing. I think I missed the stream, but hope you're all having a good day. You too, Andrew B. I hope you're having a good day too. That's why I love the community. We have a mixture of all these thoughts. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's good to talk about these things, dude. Firelight launched on Flare Day. I'm researching it to see if it's supposed to be a major project. Okay, dude. Not a lot, but I did pay for groceries for 2 weeks. Hell yeah, dude. You made $6,500. That's good, dude. How much did you put in? 6,500 from $130. You said that's not much. You put $130 into Excel and you made $6,500. Get the damn Jeff Joe. Oh, dude, that's crazy. But that is about 2 weeks of groceries. Has anyone found out? I don't talk about that stuff, bro. So, but that's kind of what's happening here is that these exchanges are out here liquidating everyone. Not just the exchanges, but I mean, that's a lot of what's happening here. And what's crazy is that, I think that it's nice to have something that's going to go out there and maybe potentially protect our investments. So I'm kind of on board with stuff like that, bro. 100% on board with that. What was I going to show? There's a couple more things I was going to show right here. We're talking about the altcoin. I showed this right here, the altcoin dominance versus BTC dominance. QT is no longer active. So what's crazy is that every time that we actually go into QT not active, we rally back out of it. So we're on the verge of rallying here. I know people don't want to believe that, but I mean, like, you look at all these levels, like it's getting there, dude. It's getting to a point where we can see it. HBAR thoughts. I mean, HBAR did actually just so did everyone give up on XCL? No, dude. People are still out there, dude. It's up still, 300% right now. Oh crap. Let's see here. Yeah, it's still up. I mean, it's still up, what, 200-300%? I don't think people left it yet. I just feel market makers would bash Cent up like they do us. Can't see it being an easy market to enter. It'll be interesting. I mean, they already entered the market. It's already out there. So I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how the whole system's going to work. Dude, that's way above where I can comprehend. I mean, I can't even make a bot. So I'm buying XCL, and while it's down and everything is distracted with the pre-sale. All right. I like that. I'm reading online that XR pets are the fastest and second fastest to achieve their levels of inflow. Oh, is this, are you talking about, are you talking about for XRP ETFs? Oh yeah. I was like, pets, ETFs. I was just looking at that, dude. You missed the stream earlier, dude. I was talking about this. This is it right here. XRP surges on massive inflows. XRP pulled in roughly 289 million this week, one of the biggest yet. Overall digital asset ETFs recorded more than 1 billion. So they accounted for roughly 1/4 of all ETFs that were pulled in through this week. And like that's a crazy number. You know what I mean? Oops. That's a crazy number, dude. To know that you pulled in 1/4 of that. That's quite the amount of money coming in here. On-chain proof of trades and arbitrages. Yeah, that's what it says. It says it's going to be all smart contract driven, dude. So, where did it say this, dude? I got to read through some of this. Airdrops and ETH, continuous buyback and burns. Let's see here. Snapshot. Rewards are calculated based off tokens. Okay, that's not it. Dude, there's so much shit on this, dude. Okay, how does Sentinel generate reports? Sentinel constantly monitors trading activity across major blockchain changes, detecting movement, volume spikes, and inefficiencies in real time. When it identifies opportunity, it acts instantly by providing liquidity, executing micro trades, and arbitraging across networks. It says, how are rewards distributed? Who controls Sentinel? It says no one. There is no developer, no controlling wallet. The system operates autonomously. Sentinel is designed not to be owned, but to liberate value. The network moves. The system cannot be stopped. As Sentinel scales across more blockchains, it grows stronger every time it strengthens its network. Every trade feeds the community. Expansion happens through cross-chain AI nodes multiplying automatically. No human intervention required. What makes Sentinel different from other trading bots? It says Sentinel is not a bot. It's a fully autonomous market intelligent layer that operates beyond the human speed or bias. It's self-learning Sentinel that reads and reacts to market imbalances in milliseconds, forming a neural web of market awareness. It says no emotions, no delay, pure autonomous execution. And it says, how does this work? It says rewards are calculated based off your tokens. Okay, that's not it. Okay. Is Sentinel safe and transparent? The entire system runs on smart contracts with no human control points. All profit flows are automated and transparent on chain. The network operates with full transparency. You can track every action, every distribution, every burn. The mission is to move human greed and replace it with code that serves everyone. That's their motto, dude. It's the mission is to remove human greed and replace it with code that serves everyone. So it runs off a smart contract with no human control points. All profits flow are automated and transparent on chain. The network operates with full transparency. And if you go and actually look at the dashboard, I thought they had, eventually you're going to see right here, trading data will be available after pre-sale. So trades will appear here. So any trade that they create here will actually show up down below here, which you'll actually then be able to go look at. So, I mean, like when you think about this kind of stuff, I'm like, it kind of sounds too good to be true. I don't know, but I mean, they've already delivered. Acceler's already delivered on their stuff over here with their privacy protocol, being able to send money through through blockchains and be private. They obviously listen to the community and they're doing some updates with the relayers. But then, like, I'm like, dude, now they're stepping up their game and allowing this thing to be fully autonomous. AI takeover, man. It is, dude. It is an AI takeover. That's kind of what it is. I think it's badass. I'm like, you know what? Count me in, man. I mean, no human control, no human greed. Like, it's just a decentralized AI trading network that just does its thing. You put in your parameters and call it a day. Like, that's pretty badass. And then people say, well, okay, well, what about the fail safe? So if you got to actually look at the docs here, they got a whole set of docs here on what they're going to do here. Like, this wasn't just like made up overnight. There's no way, dude. There's just no way of reading this shit, dude. It's just like, you're like, holy crap, dude. Like, they have even the exchanges that they're going to go after, their priority exchanges. They got their risk management controls here of what's going to happen from risk mitigation and controls on it. So, I mean, they already have this in there. They got their loss prevention and what to exceed and not to exceed, how to hedge things, how to hedge positions. So I don't know, man. Like I said, and then they got their performance targets, right? And again, these are just performance targets here. It says real time metrics. So looking over the path, I mean, they're trying. Their goal is to make $58,000 a day. Like that's their performance target. Doesn't mean they're going to actually get that target, but I mean, you can see that they're trying to have a win rate of 73.2% of profitable trades. The average speed is 0.18% per trade, which is like, or spread. That's a 1.8 spread. That's its speed. But this is what's crazy. I mean, if they can get up to that performance in a day, 58,000 a day, I don't know what that actually generate, dude. I really don't know. Sounds like fan fiction. I'll watch it. All right, Kev. Shannon, thanks so much for gifting 10 memberships to the A team. If Shannon gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Shannon and those 10 new members. Welcome to the A team. Appreciate you a ton, man. Always holding it down for me. Couldn't be more thankful for that. I think the market makers are messing up everything. They kind of are, dude. And so what's better than something that's going to go out there and attack a market maker? Will the pre-sale price stay the same? Yeah, it's going to. I think it's staying at 0.00127. I think is what the price is on this. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. Oh shit. Yeah, 0.00127 right here. So yeah, XRP is moving. Is XRP bouncing right now? Is XRP bouncing? What are we at? $2.20 still. Yeah, it's moved up about 3 cents since I started the stream, dude. Awesome. Will Pure Wallet support Sentinel? Can I move it over there? Well, it's an Ethereum based crypto. So, I mean, yeah, I think it should. It's Ethereum based and obviously Pure Wallet is does Ethereum, BNB, XRP, all those. So yeah, it should. Austin, I've gone in heavier in Cent than XCL. I'm going to do opposite this time and keep any profits instead of just the initial investment times 2-3. Okay. Yeah, and again, I just want to make people to understand, like, just because XCL did 35x doesn't mean that that's what Sentinel is going to do. That's a rare occasion to get that. Do I hope? 100%, dude. But yeah, you gotta think. I mean, like, as much as there's pros to it, you got to look at the cons too. Like, maybe it only goes up 30%. Who knows? Who knows what happened? Again, this is up to the community. It's up to the community to decide where this project goes. If people are going to buy, they're going to sell, they're going to hold. Who knows? Who knows, dude? These pre-sales are crazy. Everyone knows that, dude. Austin, how much do you think XRP will be worth at the height of this cycle? I still said 701. I'm still standing firm. I don't know when it's going to hit 701, but that's kind of where I'm sticking. I'm still sticking there, dude. Do you think that Sentinel did a pilot test before launch? Good question. I have no idea, bro. That's a good question. I mean, it's doing okay now. So do you stake the tokens to get your yield? No, you just hold the tokens, bro. Like it's just based off percentage of your tokens hold. It says the estimated rewards are based off the 1.78 share of the pool. So just by holding this, you claim rewards. So just holding the token, you claim rewards based off of here. So I hold 1.8%, based on 1.78 of the share, you get based off of the reward. So yeah, you don't need to stake any. There's no staking. It works with Pure Wallet. That's where I bought. Okay, so it does work with Pool. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool, dude. So what will push the value of Cent up? I mean, a lot of 50% of what Sentinel creates, it goes back to burning Cent. So 50%'s that's a big amount, dude. That's 50% of what is created. Like that's a lot. XL needs to pump more before the pre-sale ends. Yeah, I just wanted to share what Firefly was because it's relevant to XL. Oh, I didn't know that, dude. What was that Mite thing you talked about yesterday? I didn't see anything about it anywhere, dude. Like that, it was on the docs, dude. I don't know a whole lot about this Mite thing. Yeah, they just said that development commences at 3 billion mark. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that's 3 billion tokens mark. But yeah, it says mites are. But basically, the whole thing here is that mites execute microtrade small probe transactions designed to gather real world market intelligence. So I guess you can deploy individuals can deploy mites. Mites are lightweight community operated scout nodes. So I guess it's a node for their process here. Mites earn a portion of profits from trade executed using their intelligence, accuracy based reputation, higher signal quality equals higher rewards, token holding requirements to deploy a mite. So you got to have a certain amount of tokens. You got to hold a certain amount of tokens. So there's a token holding requirement to deploy a mite, whatever that means. So yeah, there's too much into that. I had to do some research on that thing. But yeah, kind of crazy. 5x would be crazy. I mean, even a 5x on a 5x on a project is insane, dude. A 2x, we're talking, and these things happen within 48 to 30, 48 to 72 hours. These things happen, dude. People can turn $20,000 into $100,000. People last time with XCL literally turned $1,000 into $35,000 in 48 hours. Name one other place. Name one other place in this. Name one other place you can turn $1,000 into $35,000 in 48 hours, not including drug dealing and or being an escort. Okay, set aside those occupations first, and tell me tell me other places that can allow that to happen. Is there a way to recover sending XRP back to Coinbase and accidentally put in the wrong memo? I think you have to contact Coinbase, bro. I think that they might be able to help you. I'm not 100% clear on that, but I think that they could assist you. But yeah, I don't know how that works, dude. I've never done that. Austin, is that like XCL thing? You got to leave the screen running to get any benefit? No, you just got to hold the token, bro. Like right now, I'm just holding the token, and getting rewards. So yeah, you don't have to stake it or anything like that. They made it sound like you would need a strong internet connection to get the best data and results for a node, kind of like an Ethereum node. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not a bad way. It's casino, yeah. But I mean, even a casino though, right? You put $1,000 in, and the chances of winning 35,000 is, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess you could hit a jackpot for 35K. Yeah, probably that. OnlyFans. I said OnlyFans. You guys are awesome, dude. Kuku, thanks so much for the 699 Canadian, dude. I'm one of those who don't hold Bitcoin. It's all good, bro. I started buying XRP last year. I hold about 5,000 at 250 average. I'm holding for the long run. Well, what to do next? Good question, man. I think just continue to build the products that you like. Start with one thing and move to the next. It's good to diversify other things. So, yeah. How do you sell a pre-sale if it's not on the exchanges? You do it through decentralized exchanges, dude. So like Exceller, you can go onto this is on Uniswap. So you just go into Uniswap, and you'll do it there. You can swap it in a wallet too. If it's deployed on the Ethereum network, if you have like SafePal, Pure Wallet, MetaMask, you could do it directly on those. You could just swap directly for it inside the wallet. So yeah, it's on that, dude. What are you saying is I can make money like that escorting? What is that thing? Wait, are you saying I can make money like that? I think people, dude, there's people out there making money everywhere, bro. There's people out there. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can. If you were like an Angelina Jolie look-alike, I think you could. Can do it at a casino. You could hit a nice parlay. I'll give you that. You could hit a nice parlay. I'll give you the parlay. Don't gamble, peeps. These two kinds of gamblers, liars and losers. Dude, what are you talking about? I gamble all the time, dude. I put parlays in. That doesn't make me a liar or a loser, dude. I like to put parlays in on sports. I like to do leverage trading here and there. That doesn't make me a liar or a loser. It just makes me have a little bit more of a risk appetite. The USD thing at the bottom isn't compounding like the profits, just $3-4 and slowly goes down. Well, it's because it's a percentage of what you hold, right? And the more people that buy, the less percentage of what you hold as of right now, because it's based off of the. What's going to be crazy about this, I don't think people realize, is that this is estimated based off of 5 billion tokens, right? There's 5 billion tokens out there to be purchased up. Right now, 18.58% of the 5 billion is or maybe it's I guess maybe it's not. I guess maybe it is over the full 18.5. Okay, I was reading that wrong. I was thinking like they were including the 5 billion in there. I was like, dude, this could be even bigger. But no, I read that wrong. Hey, if you're good at what you do, you should do it. Yeah, I agree, dude. I got $66 of Bitcoin. Hell yeah. I still believe in XCL, but damn, it sucks to see the chart at this current state. I know that other projects have done similar, and this is where patience is tested. Yeah. But that's the positive thing about Xceller is that at least with Sentinel, they're they're gonna they're gonna do everything they can to drive the price back up for Xceller. And like that's where I'm like, dude, I'm on board with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Obviously I hold a big bag of Xceller. So anything that can compensate that, I'm totally for. You know what I mean? Obviously, I have 21,000 in Sentinel pre-sale. I had 20,000 in the Acceler pre-sale, and right now, I mean, it's still sitting at what 60,000. I think I've still have my 20,000 turned to 60,000. I gotta remember my password. I don't remember my password. Okay, there it is. Right password. Yeah, and I'm still sitting at 64,000. Right, so I put 20,000 in. I'm sitting at almost 64,000 of Acceler. So that's still a really, really good return. And I have no desire to cash out. I mean, there's no reason to move it right now at all. I've already said that I wouldn't touch Acceler until it gets to a tier one exchange if it does. I think Angelina Jolie looks a lot are in the spirit Halloween. I'm talking like, dude, I'm talking like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Angelina Jolie. Okay, let me define the Angelina Jolie that I'm talking about. It's Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like Tomb Raider Angelina. Okay, I mean, overall, you lost. If you say different, you're lying. That's all. I wasn't calling you a literal. I know. I'm just playing with you, dude. And actually, tell you the truth, I'm actually doing really well on my parlays, bro. I'm actually positive. I'm in a net positive, dude, for my gambling of parlays. You got to realize, dude. When I went to Vegas 2 years ago, dude, like, dude, I walked away with so much from Vegas that year, and then on top of that, just over the last couple of years, I mean, I usually will make some decent money. I'll make some decent money from it. If anyone feels bad about XL right now, I'm the guy who bought it when it was 15x. Are you still holding, Boomer? I begged for an H bar update about an hour ago. Oh yeah, we can take a look. Sorry, dude. Calvin, we can take a look at H bar. H bar is H bar is actually coming up really nicely right now, dude. Came down, hit this 12 cents back up to, and you can see. I mean, if we even drew a fib on that, and again, you can't really. It's kind of a hard fib to draw. I mean, because like it's just wonky right now. You could probably do it on but I mean, in all reality, what this is looking like is that it's in buy territory here. Even if you zoom in on this, dude, like we could zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in about like right here on the weekly, and let's actually see where these levels go. It's probably going to come back up here. Yeah, I mean, getting back up here into the golden pocket, which is going to be about 19 cents, would be phenomenal, right? That's the next leg, but that's a pretty far leg up. Let's go to the 4 hour here. 4 hours at the top right now. Don't. Hopefully, we get to bounce off the 4 hour here. Remember, it comes down, hits a 20, we bounce off it. It happens multiple times up here. 12 hours, obviously, coming up to the top here. Day charts, re-emerging to the top here. So hopefully, we get back into the 15, 16 range before the end of the week. If anyone feels bad, yeah, that's crazy, Boomer. H bar not doing much else. Yeah, well, I told you guys I entered an MOU with the country of Georgia to be used in their public, I guess, public offices for their public sectors. So that's kind of cool. Yes, still holding XL. Okay, damn. Alter my opinion. Me and Austin strongly recommend gambling. That was killing me, dude. Quant was a great buy. Oh, did you buy a Quant? Okay, dude. XCL is having a hard time climbing right now because big holders are selling. Do you think they're? I think some of them are moving at descent, dude. I think they are. Yeah, I think they are, dude. Our time will come. I think so too. Austin, not sure if you saw, but can you block the word? Yes, I can, dude. Let me see. Let me go over here real quick. Let me. Those people are annoying. I even have them on. It's crazy. Is I even have them on. I think we keep blocking them too. So I'll try to see if I can get that word out of here. I'll definitely block that word, dude. These guys are a bunch of turd sacks. If I can get to the bottom, here we go. Dude, stop moving. The thing just keeps moving on me. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna ban this real quick so I don't forget about it. Yeah, I hate when those things come in here. We're gonna ban some words here real quick. Permission. Oh, yep. Community moderations. Let's do that. Blocked words. It's officially a blocked word now. Paste. Save that bad boy. All right, it's officially blocked now for you, dude. Let's go Z-Back. Yes. Yeah, me and are the first ones ever FOMO'd in. Live in the middle of the day. I know, right, Observer, dude. Turd sacks is wild. I call everyone turd sack. I call everyone turd burglars, turd sacks. Uh, these bots are everywhere on YouTube. They're so I do. It's so bad. I try to fight it. People are like, dude, why are you promoting like crap on your channel in the comments? And I'm like, dude, I've tried to fight these people, dude. It's a bot. Like, you can't control bots. No pun with Sentinel here, but I mean, yeah, it is code word for that, dude. Minnie, 100%, dude. What the hell did I miss? You missed a lot, dude. What's this WASP feature for Sent? We're looking at it last night, but I was busy and I can't. Oh, it's it's Swarm. It's Swarm. You can see right here, Swarm protocol deploys multiple Sentinel entities operating in coordination, a decentralized neural mesh where each unit shares market intelligence and executes synchronized strategies across venues. So individual cores operate as singular Sentinel entities. Through continuous trading cycles, each core accumulates learning data. It says Swarm performance scales directly with per core efficiencies. As each core sharpens its execution, the collective output multiplies. So you can go back and actually, what was cool, someone pointed out here on the stream yesterday, is if you go back and actually look, so you can see like right here, this one, I'll zoom in a little bit. Day 3 had 3 cores, meaning that there was 3 Sentinels deployed that day. Then 3 here on day 4, then 2 on day 5, 1 on day 6, 1 on day 7, 8, and then you can see 4 was deployed yesterday, and then looks like 1 today. But if you go back over here, day 2, they actually had a swarm, meaning that there was more than, I don't know exactly what is that. A swarm is more than a certain amount of number that goes out there and does trading. So I think that's kind of what this is saying, and that's kind of what that is. So they're going to have more than, basically, like we say Sentinel, but I mean it's a core is more than one Sentinel. So where one core is one Sentinel, and you could deploy multiples. So I think that's my understanding. Who got banned? I don't think anyone got banned, dude. For some reason, I don't see that under the docs. Weird. Oh, if you go to the docs section, you don't see that where it says Sentinel core engines. Might need to like refresh, maybe. I don't know. There are those lazy scam coins. Oh, I know, dude. It's so bad. So bad, dude. All Americans should be rich like Qatar. Qatar, dude. They're super rich, dude. You have a lunatic Seattle mayor up there, Austin. Thankfully, like I live in the county, so I don't really live in the city of Seattle. I live in more of a county, so that's kind of positive. So, you need to be connected. You need to be connected to be able to read the docs. Oh, I didn't know that, dude. You have to connect your wallet to see it. Oh, I didn't know that, dude. That's interesting. So yeah, I guess you got to connect your wallet to see what we're seeing here. So, did you sell crypto wallets and earn $350? And oh my God, we got another project in here trying to. do I gotta ban another word here just to keep these people out of here? Gosh dang, bro, you guys are on one today. You guys are on one today, dude. Here, I'll do another word. We'll save that one as well. Depends. No, I won't be able to because it's at 3. Quant, can we look at the chart? We can take a look at Quant, dude. I actually do not own any Quant. Trent would probably love this at wherever Trent's at. He'd probably love this right now. But yeah, Quant's making look at that. Quant's making a nice little run right now. Day charts at the top right now, making a little bit of a downturn right here. The 12 hours definitely coming down. 4 hours down at the bottom. Actually, tell you the truth, Quant's not looking too bad. Damn, you're able to hit that right there at that 67. That's a nice little rally back upward for Quant, dude. You're able to get 60% returns in roughly a day, almost 2 days, dude. That's a crazy return, dude. And yeah, it's making a little bit. It's coming back down. It's going to touch back on this. You can see it's going to probably come back down and touch the 50 moving average right now. And then yeah, we'll see what happens here. Big fair value gap sitting around 88. I would probably wait for it to come back down to the 88 mark and then maybe potentially buy back in. So we'll see how that works out. I like the spam means bull's close. Yeah. Oh, banning words. Oh yeah, I was banning words, dude, because we've tried to fight these people every day, dude. A sec. Where can I buy? Dude, how did I get back in there? I swear to you, I just freaking dude, oh my gosh, dude. How did that guy Get back in on that word, dude. Dude, block this guy, dude. Where is he, dude? How do you block these people, dude? I don't want to put them in timeout. I just want okay, hide user from channel. There you go, dude. Like, dude, how are these people still in here? It's so funny, man. Gosh, little pricks. He just like changes a word. He makes it a capitalized word. That's what he does. Austin laughing because I sent him a yelling text. Yeah, she was yelling at me. Keep up the good work, but got to get back to work. Need more liquidity for send. Hell yeah, dude. Are they subscribe bots? They have to be subscribe bots, but they're blocked now, dude. So they're blocked subscribe bots. Did you earn your XRP staking muff coin? That's funny, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh man, what happened with XCL? XCL still doing good diesel time. I mean, still up two. If you bought the pre-sale, you're still up 200%. I mean, I'm up $60,000. I mean, I'm at $60,000. So, is it a bot or a dude? Probably both. I'm gonna call them both. Accountable Dreamers. What word? I don't know. Some pre-sale word, dude. Bots pumping your subscribers, dude. No, I tell you, honestly, dude, my subscriber count's actually gone down. So they're not pumping shit. If they are, they're doing a really lousy job at pumping my subscriber count. So hey, bots, if you're listening, you can go back to pumping my subscriber count because you guys have been doing ass the last month. Okay, all right. I actually went from almost 92,000 subscribers down to a little below 91. So how was soccer that day? Oh, dude, speaking of that, dude, I wanted to tell you guys. That was a speaking of the soccer thing, I was going to tell you guys a story. So again, I'm kind of going off rails here. It's towards the end of the stream anyways. So I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but actually I'll ask you guys if you want to hear it first. I don't want to bore anyone here. Whoever keeps on taking the XCL chart, your mom's a dog. Oh my gosh, you guys are wild, dude. I love the 18, dude. You guys are funny, dude. Yay, story time. All right. What's about it? So, my other, so I have obviously two daughters, Lexi and Alex, both very good at soccer, right? And Alex has come a long, long way. Like she's actually a little terror on the field, dude. Like honestly, like she's becoming one of her own, dude. She might not be as fast, might not be as savvy, might not be as as good as Lexi, and that's okay because she has her own qualities. Like she's just a really big physical, like not scared of the ball, really good at goal, really really good at goalie. But like unfortunately, everyone's kind of like they look at like Lexi's skill and like what she's able to do with her skills. Like, and she has really really good footwork. She can do some crazy moves, and yeah, it's just kind of it's kind of crazy when you see other people like talk about your kid and it's just it just kind of puts it into perspective because like I don't I'll gloat to you guys about my kids, but like to hear other people's perspective who have been around soccer for a long time. And what's crazy to me is that like I never looked at European soccer ever. I'm new to soccer. You guys know me. I went to college for wrestling. I spent my energy wrestling and other sports, but like that was where my focus was. Never really cared about soccer. I played soccer in college for intramural, but like that was it. And then like now that your kids are entrenched into soccer and they're really good at soccer, you start to really like open up your eyes about like all the opportunities that like soccer can bring to a kid. And crazy ass live time. I don't know, right? Z-goals. So basically what it came down to, we went to a camp on Friday and Saturday of right after Thanksgiving, went to a camp. And, like I said, it just puts it in a different perspective when someone talks about your kid. And this person obviously is, he has affiliations and he knows people in the European soccer side. His daughter goes over to Europe every year to train in Europe. He's got a nephew over there that plays for Arsenal. Which is a category A, which I had no idea what the hell this stuff was, dude. Like, no, I didn't realize what category A stuff was. But anyways, he's out here and he just flat out tells me like your daughter, like Lexi, like you need to think about like, if like you're serious about Lexi's future in soccer, like she is a category A player. Like he goes, I've been around it. I know it. I'm staring at it. Like you can see right off the bat, like Lexi shreds everyone. She would be a category A, probably playing for a Chelsea or an Arsenal at the age of 9 in their academy. He's like, I without a doubt know she would make it. And he's like, you need to go. He's like, you need to come over to Europe with me, so we can go basically like have her be like go to these identification sessions in Europe to see if that actually to see if she could do it. He's like, I think without doubt she'd make the team like easily. She'd be a starter. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know any of that shit. Like, I got to look into this. Like, I don't even know what we're talking about. Category A, Arsenal. I know I've heard of them, but like, I don't know any of this kind of stuff, right? I don't even know how European soccer works, right? And so then I start to look at it, and it kind of is wild and fascinating how European soccer is compared to the United States soccer. And to be honest with you, I feel kind of gypped. I feel kind of screwed. I feel like the US soccer way is just it's all effed up, dude. I can't believe how much money I spend to put my kids in soccer. And and I'm like, I look over at Europe, I look at all the European parents, and I'm like, dude, your kid's playing for free. Like these clubs come and seek out your kid and allow them to play for free and give them everything that they need to succeed. You're telling me that like that's all I have to do is go seek that out. Yeah, we don't play soccer. Sorry, football. My bad, dude. And so it was just funny to me. I was going, wait a second, dude. Like that's crazy that we like that they do that. And then I found out that like it's in law in Europe that it is required for the male soccer teams to basically fund the women's soccer clubs, right? So like the men's Chelsea obviously make millions and millions, if not billions of dollars. They then fund the women's, which then fund and then all of them together fund the youth academies at these category A soccer clubs. And so I was like, dude, this is nuts, dude. Like, why is the US not doing this stuff, dude? But yeah, so that's basically what it came down to. And then he asked if I wanted to go over to Europe to do that, and then also play in a tournament over there with the girls. And I was like, I'd be down for that. But like, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about like I've watched a couple documentaries on these kids at this age that go and play football at these academies. You talk about intensity. You talk about stress. These little like 9, 10, 12 year olds that I was watching this documentary on in London, these kids were playing for like playing for the Chelsea and stuff like that. Like, dude, these kids are, I mean, like I remember one kid, he was like literally getting cut at the age of like 11 years old because he didn't match. And I was like, this kid's crying. I mean, like you talk about emotional damage. Like I was like, and they don't give a shit, dude. They're just like, yeah, dude, like you're gone. And it's like, dude, I've watched Hard Knocks, and it's tough for 21-year-old men to get cut from a professional football team. Imagine an 11-year-old. And I just like, I don't know, man. I love the intensity of it. And I do believe that like in order for your iron to be sharpened, you gotta actually go and play with people that can sharpen that iron. And I fully believe in that, dude. I mean, that's how you become that's how I became a good wrestler, dude. The only way you become a better wrestler is to wrestle people that are better than you. And so I fully believe in that. But it's just like at another level. I don't know what the answer is, dude. I just want to share that with you that it's cool to see like other people that your daughters get their attention, and then someone who's been around has the experience and knows what good looks like to come up and say that. I was kind of flattered. um you know and yeah, it's pretty wild, dude. Because the MLS doesn't make that kind of money. It is true they don't. You have to pay to play. It is crazy, dude. Um, it's definitely not football. Football is a main sport in UK, and Arsenal are my favorite club. Been a fan for 30 years, dude. That's crazy. Arsenal women's are European champions. Yeah. He was like dead serious, dude. And I was kind of laughing like, haha. And he's like, no, I'm serious, dude. Like, I think she could walk into that Arsenal academy right now and like do work. And I was like, nah, I don't know, dude. I have a cousin who played for Manchester United youth team. I think they actually paid him. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is you have to give up your rights. Like you have to give up your rights, dude. The two best kids on my soccer team in high school played professional. One went to Europe and was making about 400 grand a year. The other played professionally locally for 22,000. God damn, dude. Yeah, the European soccer is the way to go, dude. It's like hockey in the U.S. versus Canada. So players in the U.S. are very good, but when you go to Canada, you get smoked. They train differently. It kind of seems like that because the MLS doesn't make that kind of money. That's true. They don't. I currently have a client that was just remembered. She brought BTC back in 2012. Sorry, dude. I was totally off the subject there. Does Lexi play football like Joe Montana? No. I'm from Argentina. He's absolutely correct. Is he correct? Okay. You think he's right? I mean, and then like, you watch her skills, and again, it's hard to say because like, she's 9 years old, guys. Like, and what's crazy about it is like, even at 9 years old, like, I just don't know, man. Like, it's kind of weird. because it's like 9 years old. How do you determine if a 9-year-old is that good, right? Because there's a lot of kids out there that are bigger, faster, stronger, all that kind of stuff, and I just don't know. I just don't know how you put something on that, right? Like how do you do that? Um, I don't know, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not here to. It's crazy because like I do think that Lexi has, she definitely has a different skill set, and like but both girls are good. I don't know how Fan thinks about it. Fan, I think she would. I don't know. I don't know how we do it. Like, if your daughter's that good, you just pack up and just move to Europe. You just go to like, you just like go over to the Netherlands, dude. You just like pack up and just move over to the Netherlands. I don't know if I'd want to go to. I just don't know if I'd want to go to. I don't know if I'd want to go to. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, like Europe, England. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's crazy. And it's just I don't know. It's just different, dude. It's But that was a story I wanted to share with you guys. I know it's kind of way off topic, but it was like, like I said, it's kind of cool when you have people who know soccer come out and say that about your kid. Um, but hey, Lexi will skirt some kids, dude. It's pretty crazy what she'll be able to do. You know, and and that's the best part about her. She has like the grit. She doesn't give up on things, dude. So she plays really really hard, and I think that's kind of what eyes people on. Like, you know, I was trying to see if I could find her recent game that she just played. She put some pretty nasty skirts on some kids, dude. Let's see. I don't know if I can actually find it here. Um, but I think like defensively too, dude. She can put it down defensively, which is kind of crazy when you watch her defensively, dude. I think she can be just as much as she's good on offense, dude. She tears it up on defense. Like not a lot of kids can get the ball past her at this age, dude. Here's a little clip. I'll play a little clip for you. So like yeah, she's like so here's her last game that she played. I think she's I don't know exactly where she's at. She's gonna be right here. This is her right here, number 15. She's running on the field right here. She has the ball right now. But like her passing is really good, dude. Like her moves, like, again, I probably skip ahead a little bit here, but like her moves are really good. I mean she'll skirt kids, dude. Like but sometimes I mean, I'm not saying she's perfect by any means, dude, because there's times where she like, she'll mess up. But I mean like I'm trying to find a good clip of her doing something. I'm sure it's somewhere in here. Oh yeah, she'll skirt this girl right here. But like I don't know, man. How do you know that? How do you know? Like how do you know if your kid's good enough for that kind of stuff? You're blessed to have kids that play sports. All my sons wanted to do is play video games. I think we have totally different standards over here. Like going to oh yeah, to wrestle. You're right, to Dagestan to wrestle. Honestly, you need to see as she gets older, as others catch up in talent. The thing is she's small, dude. So like that's the thing is like she's actually smaller. I mean, you can see her compared to a lot of these other girls. Like these girls are big, dude. Like more majority of these girls are faster, bigger, stronger than she is. And so like she fights through with just like her dribbling and her skills, right? Like that's kind of like what she does. And then just her aggressiveness as an overall. Like I mean, she's not afraid to like go just hardcore on people, dude. Like it's but you're right. I think as it gets older, things change and skill level does catch up to you. But it's like, will her getting older, bigger, and stronger play into it? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, like, she sets these girls up so nicely, dude. And these are some of the top girls in Washington right now. These other blue girls and stuff like that. Like, man, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what the answer is, dude. She is very good control of the ball and focus. I would get a second opinion from the guy. Yeah, good thing she looks like her mom. I know. Messi's small. Messi is small, dude. Yeah, Messi. I'll give you that. Messi is small, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, to be honest with you guys. So I shared. I just want to share it with you guys. I want to share it with you guys before I hopped off. She got skill. Yeah, wasn't Pele below average? I think so too. Great field awareness. That's where she's really good. I mean, she's really good at setting up the ball. She's really good at going on. And yeah, she's really good team oriented and stuff like that. So it is a good thing to see, and she does a really good job of like just a lot of things here. So, but all right, I'm gonna hop off here, guys, because I was really good when you were younger, but my body wouldn't have handled decades of it. My knees were shot when I was 20. Oh gosh, dang, dude! In high school, you know. 9th, 10th grade, just my opinion, going off of what I see in hockey. Okay, very talented. So yeah, I think things will catch up for sure. But manifest it. She's a badass. Yeah, and again, it's I know, and girls soccer is a lot different than boys soccer. I get that, dude. But all right, guys, I got to hop off here. I got to go help the girls. So I appreciate you guys for letting me enjoy that last couple 15 minutes of me gloating about my daughter, getting your guys' insight on it. You guys probably know more about football than I do. So I thank you for that. Appreciate it. And we'll see what happens here, dude. They play one of the number one teams in the state this weekend. So hopefully she shows up. They both show up and show out, this weekend. So should be a good little match. But yeah, with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I might come on here later tonight, dude. We don't got soccer today, so I might jump on here later. I'm not going to make promises, but I might come on here a little bit later, see what the markets are doing, see what we should be doing, dude. Would not move to Europe with daughters. I know, right, Travis? I kind of feel the same way, right? Maybe I'll move to, yeah, probably not the best time right now to do that. But I appreciate you guys a ton. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys. And we'll be back hopefully later tonight. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So with all that, we're out. Peace out, everyone.